This is Danny Flexon here for Seconds Out. Delighted to be joined by the British super-welterweight champion, Troy Williamson, out in future Ventura. Troy, how's it going? Is it a training trip or a holiday?
Yeah, training trip, helping Kell Brook prepare for the Amir Khan fight. So I'm just out here for a week doing a bit of sparring.
Oh, brilliant. How's Kell looking?
Looking really good, very sharp. Still 4 weeks out, so plenty of time to even get any sharper. So yeah, it's a fight that I'm really looking forward to.
Why do you think they brought you in for this? Because obviously hugely talented fighter, but people don't often compare you style-wise with Amir Khan.
I had the same thoughts myself, if I'm completely honest. I'm completely different to Amir Khan. But he's obviously got me out because I'm big, strong, very durable. So something that I don't believe Khan is. So I don't know, maybe I can. Obviously, I'm giving him some good work. So hopefully it all pays off for him and he gets the job done on the night.
And just tell us a little bit about how this sparring's benefiting you, or how it will benefit you as it goes on.
Yeah, obviously it'll benefit us both, but obviously it will benefit me because Kell's been there, he's done it, he's been at the highest level. So I've only sparred him once yesterday. I'm sparring him again tomorrow morning, so I'll be picking up all the little tricks in the book that he does, and he does a lot of things good, which obviously I'll be picking up, and hopefully get some good advice from him in this coming week.
That's great stuff. Have you done a lot of that in your kind of apprenticeship, if you like, as a pro? Because you were a very good amateur, but have you sparred a lot of world-class fighters as you've grown through into British title level?
Yeah, I've sparred Liam Smith, sparred Kell now, sparred John Ryder. I've sparred a lot of the big names in the pros. Like you said, it's served me well. I'm a British champion now, so yeah, it's all good. It's all part of the game.
You're on a great run of form. Harry Scarf, Kieran Smith, both really good wins, and then obviously the stoppage over Ted Cheeseman in what many people picked as the fight of the year to win that British title. What's the secret behind your current form?
Just a lot of hard work and dedication and sacrifices. I live the life, I eat, sleep, and breathe boxing. So yeah, that's it really. I don't cut no corners.
Wow. And during the fight with Cheeseman, was there a point, I don't know, in the mid rounds or something where you kind of thought to yourself, he's sticking around here, this is going to go the distance?
I'm not going to lie, in the back of my head, I always knew that if I caught him clean, I would get him out of there, because I'm big 11 stone, and on the night I felt a lot physically bigger than him in the ring. It felt close when I was in there. I felt like I was ahead. Don't know how many rounds by, but I felt like I was ahead, and I was only getting stronger, and I could feel him getting weaker. So I just knew that down the stretch that I would get to him.
Does it mean something to you that not only did you put in an impressive performance and win the fight, but also that it's been so highly regarded by the public? You know, everyone loved to watch it.
Yeah, definitely. I've seen like the likes of Darren Barker, Carl Foch, Tony Bellew. They've all been commenting highly on the fight, and they're saying it's like fight of the year contender. So yeah, just like for people like them to comment on the fight, yeah, it means a lot. Yeah, it's good.
Good stuff. So how do you kind of build from here? You're now British champion. You're 30 years old, but you're a very fresh 30-year-old, I think it's fair to say. Are you looking for a long reign at this level, or do you want to move on sooner rather than later?
I've said it before. I felt like before I won the British title, I always believed that I was the best super welterweight in Britain domestically. I've proved that now by beating Ted. He was the man, really. Obviously, he beat everybody, and he had the title. He was a 2-time British champion. So now I've beat him. A few fighters have moved up that I wouldn't have managed sharing the ring with. So there's not really many around now at 11 stone. So I'd like the European title shot. I'd like to move on, if I'm completely honest. I think I'm capable of doing so, and I'm capable of going over to Spain if needs be and getting that European title.
And you won the belt on another promoter's show, of course. Does that make it all the sweeter? Do you think about that?
Yeah, I do, because obviously my promoter didn't even put a bid in for the first bid, so he had no confidence in me. A lot of people didn't have no confidence in me. A lot of people didn't believe in me. Didn't think I'd win. But I had a lot of self-belief, and the only really people that did believe in me was me, my team, and my family, and my close friends. Everybody else, they thought, it's a step too far. He's not fought nobody. Ted's been around. He's had all these hard fights, but like it's not good having a hard fight. I knew what I had in me, and I knew that I've got the balls. And if it does get nitty-gritty, then I've got it. I've got it all there, obviously. So yeah, there was, like you say, it makes it bittersweet to go on another promoter show and to win the British title the way I did.
And where does that leave you promotionally now? Like, when do you expect your next fight to be, and on which show?
I've signed with Probellum now.
Yeah.
And my next show's likely to be the end of March on a local show. So on a big Probellum show, which I can't wait to get that announced. And yeah, that's where it all starts.
What was it about Probellum that attracted you? I'm guessing they made a big deal of trying to get you as well.
Yeah, they've got big hopes for me, and goes to show, obviously, they're signing a lot of big names. So I think it's going to be I think they're going to take over boxing in years to come.
How far do you see yourself at the moment away from world level? You've sparred world-class fighters, and you are at the moment, of course, with Kell. You've talked about moving on to the European. How far from a world title shot do you feel you are?
Talent-wise, I'm not far off at all. Obviously, it's like you say, experience. Again, obviously, I've not done a 12-round distance. Before the Cheeseman fight, a lot of people were saying that he's not done 12 rounds. Even Ted was like, yeah, he's not done 12 rounds. It gets hard after 8. But like you say, obviously, I believed in myself. And if I need to go 10 rounds, I can go 10 rounds. So really, I think it's just experience-wise, because talent-wise, I'm right up there. Like strength-wise, punch power-wise, I'm all there. I'm fresh. And yeah, I think it's just experience. Get a couple more fights, hopefully get that European title shot. And I'm knocking at it off for world honours then.
And at world level, there's apparently a rematch in the works between Charlo and Castano for all the major titles. Who do you kind of favour in that?
If I'm completely honest, I've not really watched. The only fight that I've watched of them two is when they both boxed each other.
The first fight,
I've not watched too much. Yeah, I've not watched too much of Charlo. I've not watched too much of Castano. But looking at that fight, like I take that in a heartbeat. Like, they are great fighters, don't get me wrong, and obviously they're world champions. So, but they're not spectacular. They're not like the Floyd Mayweathers or that sort of level. Do you know what I mean? So, like, anybody's beatable. And then in them 10-ounce gloves, if I hit anybody at 11 stone, I want to know about it. And I do believe that I would hit somebody in a 10-round fight, in a 12-round fight at some point in the fight. So who knows?
And you're trained by Craig Carney, is that right?
Yeah.
Do you just tell us a little bit about him and your relationship? Because he's one of the more kind of low-key trainers around at the moment.
Yeah, he is. But like you say, he knows his boxing. He's very knowledgeable. He owns an amateur club, Phil Thomas School of Boxing, and that's bred champions from the age of 10 all the way up till senior. Last year, 2021, we had 2 schoolboy champions with 4 in the final, and we had 2 junior ABA champions with 3 in the final. So, and he does it all by himself. So he takes time away from his family, his wife, his grandkids, to be in the gym. And he's a very loyal man. He loves the sport, and he does it all for the kids and myself. So I say everything that I do and everything the kids do, it all belongs to Craig.
It must have meant a lot to him then when you won that British title.
Yeah, definitely, because he's always said, he's had champions from schoolboys to juniors to youths. He'd always love to have a professional British champion, and I was his first pro, and I am his first British champion. So yeah, everything that I win and everything that I continue to win is all dedicated to Craig.
Great stuff. And have you got a family of your own, Troy? Yeah, have you got a partner? Have you got kids?
Yeah, I've got a partner. No, I've not got no kids. I've got 28 nieces and nephews, so there's plenty of kids around.
How many?
28. There could be 29. 28 or 29.
I can understand why you'd lose count once you get past 20. Jesus Christ.
But now we're all a dead close-knit family. I see every single one of my nieces and nephews. So yeah, we're all dead close, which is good.
Good stuff. Right, before I let you go, just remind people out there how they can find you on social media so they can get a bit more involved with what you do.
Yeah, well, I'm on Instagram under Troy Williamson _, and you can get me on Twitter, Troy Williamson _1.
Great stuff. Really, really appreciate your time, mate. Congratulations again on the British title win, and we can't wait to see you back out.
Yeah, thank you, Danny. I can't wait to be on myself.